Salutations, future Twig. Past Twig here once again with another card call out for everyone. Today's card is Changeling Outcast. We're looking at 1 black mana for a 1/1 Changeling with the special ability that it cannot block and cannot be blocked. So obviously there's a lot of synergies that you can do with this. This card is actually decently expensive. It's almost 80 cents on Scryfall or $1 if you go on to, so right at my limit, if you go on EDH Rec, and is used in quite a few decks. And that's because this card fits in with a bunch of different types of commanders. First off, and most obvious, of course, you have tribal style commanders like Admiral Bracket Brass. He cares about players who are dealt by pirates, and because this Changeling Outcast has the Changeling keyword, that means it is all creature types, including pirate. So it can fit into any kind of tribal deck as another pirate in this case. And it can also equip items like the multi-class Bardic up above, where basically because it counts as a cleric, warrior, wizard, and rogue, it gets all of the various keyword benefits that come from multi-class Bardic. So it can be quite powerful. Moving on, of course, you have stuff where it's like you want unblockable creatures. In particular, Sadatora Umezawa, when he came out, being able to give all of the creatures in your hand 4 mana for ninjutsu is insane, because you put down Changeling Outcast for a mana, you swing in with it, you ninjutsu out something for 4 mana, and then you can get out like a gigantic Eldrazi that usually costs you like 10 or 12. You can get out some big creatures with these massive effects, whatever it might be. You can basically cheat them into play. All you need is an unblockable creature so you can attack safely and ensure that it's not blocked. And last but not least, is a bit of an interesting pick here, but I've got Octavia Living Thesis, which is traditionally built as a spellcaster type card, a spell slinger type card, because of that first ability where you need a lot of instants and sorceries in the deck in order to get her out for free, and she's very hard to kill. But what I love is that Magecraft ability at the very bottom there, where whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell when she's out, target creature gets base power and toughness 8/8 until end of turn. So if you build the deck correctly with maybe a couple of buff cards and such, Changeling Outcast can never be blocked. So basically you can have this unblockable 8/8 at base with other buffs on top of it that can swing in and potentially finish off your opponents in the late game. So there's a lot of weird little ways I think this card can interact, and lots of ways it could be used potentially. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day. Take care.